There's a question I've been sitting with this week, a question that so many of us carry quietly, even if we never say it out loud. It's the question that shows up right after we set something down, right after we release a weight we've been holding for too long. It sounds like, okay, now how do I fix what's left? And today I want to talk about that word, fix. Because hidden inside the question is a belief most of us were taught without ever realizing it, that if we're struggling or uncertain or in transition, something must be wrong with us, that we are a problem to solve. But here's what I'm learning slowly, gently, and over again. You are not a problem to solve. You're a garden to tend. Let that land for a moment. You're not machinery. You are not a system that needs optimizing. You're not a set of glitches to repair. You are soil. You are seasons. You are cycles of growth and rest and release. And soil doesn't need fixing, it needs tending. Think about the language we hear all the time: fix yourself, optimize yourself, hack your habits, master your mindset. It's all the language of machines, of things that break down and need repair. But you are not a machine. You're a living landscape, and landscapes don't respond to force, they respond to care. I've been thinking a lot about gardeners lately. When the soil isn't producing the way they hoped, they don't shame it, they don't rush it, they don't demand it bloom on command. They tend it. They add nourishment, they let it rest, they pay attention to what it needs: more water, more sun, different nutrients, and they create the conditions for growth. They don't fix the soil, they support it. And that's the difference. Fixing says, what's wrong? Eliminate it. Tending says, what needs attention? What needs care? Fixing is urgent, but tending is patient. Fixing is about control. Tending is about presence. Most of us learned early that we were projects, not because someone said it directly, but because the messages were everywhere. If you're sad, fix it. If you're tired, push through. If you're uncertain, figure it out. If something hurts, solve it. And so we internalize this idea that our worth was tied to our ability to handle things, to not need too much, to be low maintenance. And every time we struggled, we thought, what's wrong with me? Why can't I just figure this out? We treated ourselves like problems. And the more we tried to fix ourselves, the more exhausted we became, because you can't fix your way into wholeness. A few years ago, I was sitting with a coach, unraveling, listing everything I thought needed fixing. She listened quietly, and then she said something that changed everything. What if you're not broken? I remember freezing because I had never considered that possibility. She said, what if nothing needs fixing? What if this is just soil that needs tending? And something in me softened, because maybe the parts of me I was trying to eliminate weren't broken at all. Maybe they were just depleted, neglected, in need of care. So, what does tending look like? It looks like noticing without judgment. It looks like asking, what does this need? Not how do I make this stop? It looks like creating conditions: more rest, more boundaries, more nourishment, more honesty. And it looks like trusting the timing, because gardens don't grow on command, and neither do we. So right now, I'm tending the part of me that still believes I have to earn rest. I'm tending the voice that says I should be further along. I'm tending my relationships with boundaries, learning that clarity is a form of love. I'm not trying to eliminate these things. I'm not trying to fix them. I'm tending them gently, patiently with presence. And in that tending, there's more breath, more space, more room to be human. So let me ask you again, what part of you needs tending right now? Not fixing, not eliminating, not solving, just tending. What would it feel like to give yourself that today? If you want a gentle place to begin, I created a free seasonal reset guide, a quiet ritual to help you notice what needs care in your inner landscape right now. You can find it through the link in the description. And if you're watching this in the coming weeks and feel drawn to practice this together, I'm also hosting a free Sacred Life Coaching intro on March 29th called Tending the Inner Soil. It's not a workshop about fixing yourself. It's a slow, experiential space where we practice noticing, tending, and creating the conditions for growth together. Both of those links are there for you. Take what feels supportive and leave the rest. You are not a problem to solve. You are the gardener and the garden. I'll see you soon.